Welcome back, everyone, to Eldritch Studies. I am Dan, aka Pollock Star, joined, as always, by Nate, aka Sverdov, and again by Harry, aka Otakans. You might notice that we are in a different spot. That is because
That is because the previous castle was fouled by a necromantic taint, which would have just devoured our very souls. It was boring.
It was kind of boring. It was a boring castle.
Yes, it was.
We mentioned at the end of the last episode that Nate found a cool castle, and so he did, and so we took it.
And made it our own.
The end. Most of the castle's general structure is still intact. We'll show you guys around here real quick. This is what we're calling the barracks. We're gonna turn these couple of buildings into some supply rooms, maybe a small armory. These three towers here are claimed as personal quarters by the three of us. The center one is mine. It's not decorated yet, but you know, I noticed that Harry and Nate's over here all have banners on them, that's made by this thing here, this heraldic scroll, which is another mod we have. You can click on it and it just shows you all kinds of freaking. There's so many different like symbols, and you can change the color, like custom color and everything like that. It's pretty fantastic. But I'll get around to making my own symbol eventually. This is Nate's herb garden.
These are perfectly natural. Nothing you need to worry about. Stay out of my herb garden.
There's nothing to show off in my quarters or Harry's, to be honest. No offense, Harry.
No, none taken. I have a bread and a couple chests, and that's
it. This is the keep.
And the arcane chicken.
And this is the arcane chicken.
The arcane chicken.
Which is a witchwood tree from Ars Magica.
Wow,
that has been sculpted by Nathan.
I didn't see that until just now.
Speaking of Ars Magica, this is an Essence Nexus over here. This is gonna take Harry. You're new to a lot of this, so this is gonna take our liquid essence and turn it into raw essence, which is a usable form of energy. I'll show you how it works. Oops. Okay, so you get a bucket, right? Come in here. This is the Ars Magica room, by the way. This is what we're doing here. This is our spell crafting altar. We'll show how that works in a minute, as well as some of the Ars Magica goodies over here. But if you take some liquid essence, like from the tank, and you throw it underneath the circle in the nexus, it will start absorbing it. And eventually it'll use up the liquid essence, and it'll have a bunch of... yep, there it goes. Used up all the liquid essence, and now it's got some more magic in it, I guess. I don't know. Upstairs, we've got the smithy, which is where we've got all our Tinker's Construct stuff. We've got the smeltery going on, some furnaces, anvil, all this fun stuff going on here. Nothing that you guys haven't really seen before in our old keep. This is just the walls outside of the keep. There's a third floor, but it just goes up to the roof, and nothing is up there, at least not yet. What else do we got? Oh yeah, this is just the castle. Then we can go on to the village, which just so happened to be right next to the castle.
And one portion of the village is in the castle too.
Yeah. So we're cleaning it up. We try. Harry did the walls and the roads. It's a little rough around the edges still, but we're gonna clean it up as we go along. But these walls and the roads are made with the chisel mod. This is marble. I don't remember where marble comes from. I don't remember what mod marble's from.
I found a bunch actually just mixed in with the stone in front of where our front gate is.
I think marble might come with the chisel mod.
Come with chisel mod? I'd believe that, yeah. But if you take the chisel and do you have a chisel on you, Harry?
I do.
I got.
Could you hand that to me, just so I can show off on the video?
Yes.
Awesome. There you go. So if you take the chisel and you put in any old block, you right-click with the chisel, put in any old block, and it'll show you a ton of different options that you can, different cool looking options you can choose from. But yeah, there's a ton of them, all sorts of things. You can make some of the cool stuff. Speaking of the coolest stuff, this is our gateway. At the bottom we have our deadly punji pit trap things. It's from Tinker's Construct, yeah, punji spikes.
Yeah, those are Tinker's Construct.
Yeah, Tinker's Construct. And also from Tinker's Construct is the drawbridge, which is right here.
I think this is technically from Tinker's Mechworks.
True. Tinker's Mechworks is technically a separate mod now. You can find them both on the same page, though. And the bridge itself is made out of Magic Wall, which is Ars Magica.
Now, you can pick anything to make the bridge out of. You just pick that.
Literally anything you can make you can use to make the drawbridge.
I mean, I think it has to be solid blocks.
Wait,
You may not be able to make it.
Can be like gravel or sand or water or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, it would spit them out, but then...
You don't think it can make it out of torches?
No.
Make a drawbridge out of torches?
Drawbridge out of flaming netherrack.
They're pretty cool. There is an igniter that you can make, that you can, like, if you wanted to make, like, an indoor fireplace, you could have a button that turns on and off the flame.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Using the same stuff.
But yeah, next to beyond the village and underneath our castle here is our farm. We've got a handful of animals running around, and this awesome freaking skeletal horse.
That we can't ride.
That we can't ride. No, we can't ride him. But he's still awesome, and he's a pet. He's just our pet.
We should name him. We got a name tag.
Yeah, we
right?
do have a name tag. We'll name him. And of course, crops with most of the crops that we're going to need on a regular basis. Got a cotton plantation, a wheat farm, some reeds, some melons, carrots. Potatoes will go in here eventually when we have some potatoes. Because we lost all our potatoes.
I think we ate all of the potatoes is what happened.
All the potatoes.
Ooh, this is new.
Got a ton of, all our oreberry bushes are hanging out in here.
Nice.
Growing in a nice, damp, dark area. And I think that is the entirety of our castle. So
For now,
far.
yeah.
So far. Nope. You are not allowed to get out, cow. Nope. Cow. Okay. So, Harry. Where'd you go? Harry?
I'm trying to fill in this little empty hole right here, but it's
Oh.
not letting me. Whatever.
Well, Harry, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you want to make magic happen? Like
A what?
you want to make actual literal magic happen with your fingertips?
I do.
All right, let's go do that.
No. Yes, but no.
You mean
No.
magic kind of like this that I'm holding in my hand?
Ooh, that's so cool.
Or maybe like this?
Did you just fart lightning?
I didn't fart it. I'm holding it. I'm holding lightning in my hand.
You're like bent forward or something whenever you're doing that,
Yeah,
so it looked
sure.
like you were farting lightning.
That's funny. All right, so first thing, Harry, you're gonna need to know is this buddy right here. This is the Oculus.
This table?
This little eye thing.
Oh, this.
You know, Oculus eye. Get it?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Got it.
So if you right-click on that, you will find yourself the skill tree. You'll find your skill trees.
Yes.
Remember I told you about skill points a while back?
Yeah.
All right, so these are your skill points. You have 3 blue ones. If you see in the top right corner, you have 3 blue skill, or you might have 4 actually because
I
you
do have 4.
used an infinity orb. So you can. There are 3 trees you can choose from: defense, offense, and utility. I have so far been focusing on my skill points on offense. Nate has been focusing on his on defense.
Yep,
You
I'm
don't
the
have to
healer.
focus yours on anything at all if you want. You can choose whatever you want. But we should, I guess, before you start picking your things, we should tell you how they work.
Yes.
So, square icons are what are called shapes. Now that determines how the spell, that determines generally how a spell acts.
Okay, so the first thing, it's projectile is a range thing.
Projectile is-
Self is on yourself, and touch is something within a specific range.
Yes, touch is actually
Okay.
a very short range. It's a lower range than you can normally just hit things.
Right.
It's like it has to be within like 2, maybe 3 blocks or something like that.
Got
But
it.
it is short range. Yeah, it's pretty short range. And then then after that, the octagonal icons are what are called components.
Yes.
Now, components are, you can read the titles of them, and the components are effects. They are damage types, or healing, or leap, or dig, or light.
Or damage or gravity.
Yeah, gravity is not that's a diamond. That's different.
Oh, that is, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The octagonals are your modifiers, and these are what really affect what the spell does.
Got it.
So, for example, I have been focusing on offense, so I have the projectile and physical damage, and you could combine the projectile and physical damage to make just a little bolt that when you fire it, it hits something. When it hits something, it does a little bit of physical damage to it.
Got it.
If you did touch and then dig, combine those in a spell, you would have a touch ranged dig spell. Allows you to dig blocks in front of you. Anything that you can hit with the touch spell, touch range. Alternately, you could combine projectile with dig and make a projectile, so you can dig things far away, if you wanted to. There's tons of combinations. It's all
The thing you need to
procedurally
consider
generated.
is projectile spells generally take up more mana than touch spells.
Touch spells, I think, touch spells are... Projectile spells are the most expensive mana-wise. Touch spell, and I think self spells are the cheapest, I think. What kind of spell... Oh yeah, and then we'll go with the diamonds next. The diamonds are the last type, and these are modifiers. Now those are things that you add, to the end of a spell to change the way that it... kind of change the way it behaves a little bit. Like you see at the top there, gravity.
Yeah.
Gravity would kind of make it sink, if you wanted it to. Bounce would make it, bounce off of walls.
That's cool.
Which is kind of cool. Later on, you can get modifiers like damage, which just straight up increase the damage that your spell does. Stuff like that. So, what kind of spell do you think you might want? I have a couple of damaging bolt spells. Nate has made a couple of healing spells so far. For himself and for others. If you wanted, you could go straight to you could go for defense, and you could go on the defense tree and go on leap and slow fall and stuff like that. You could go on utility and start making dig and light spells.
I think I'm gonna go with something for the self.
Okay. Well, if you want to, you can start with the self trait then, or self shape. That's the word.
Okay. And then either leap or regeneration.
Well, if you want regeneration, you can do regeneration after that.
Heal is after that one. Life tap, charm. After leap is slow fall.
And then you
just so you know,
haste, gravity well, slow, gravity well, levitate. Ooh, I'm going down that one. I'm going down the leap one for levitate.
Fair enough.
Just so you know, I've got spells already made for regen on yourself, regen on another person, and a ranged heal, straight heal.
Nice.
As well as a personal, a self heal.
Okay, so next would be slow fall.
So you can get.
Then after that, I can either pick haste or slow.
Or
now, slow
alternately. One thing you might notice is the color of the names.
Yes.
Those correspond to the type of skill point that you need in order to learn it.
Oh, okay. So I need green for gravity well.
Yes. Green are the next level of skill points that you get skill points as you level up, and once you reach a certain level, then you start earning green skill points, and then when you get even higher, you start earning red ones.
Aha.
So you can get haste or slow. Alternately, if you wish, you can go to offense or utility and get the projectile or the touch shape to go with those, if you wanted to.
So if I got
I don't know how useful it would be, but if you got projectile, you could make a projectile leap spell and hit monsters with it and throw them up in the air.
Would that work, or would they just go flying whenever they jumped?
No. I think it throws them up in the air. I'm not positive on that one. Might be worth trying. But yeah, no, that's just an example though. So whatever you want to do.
Interesting. Or I could go projectile slow.
Yeah, that would work as well. Yeah.
But I
In
would
fact,
need
projectile slow would probably be better than self-slow.
right. But there aren't too many fast-moving things. I'll go with haste.
Gonna go with haste? Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Haste is a good one.
All right. Now I've used all my points.
Okay, so now we need to make a spell. We're ready to make. You're ready to make your first spell. Do we have? We have a feather. Okay, so you're gonna need to make a book and quill, which is just a book and a feather and an ink sac. So there's stuff in the chest for you to make if you.
So, ink sac, book, and a feather.
Yep. So go ahead and make that, and you put them all together.
Ah, book and quill.
Okay. Now this over here is the inscription table. This is where you go. This is where you go to make your spells. So if you go ahead, you can go ahead and put your book in that middle slot there.
Okay.
And now you have all of the shapes that you've learned at the top. Like all of the shapes and components and stuff that you've learned are at the top.
Yes.
So you can you drag and drop from the top to the bottom the things that you want to include in this spell. So if you wanted what kind of spell do you want to make?
Well, it's obviously going to be a self. So put that in the bottom, and then leap, slow fall, and haste. Actually, if I combined self with slow fall and leap, or
Now-
or leap and haste.
Now keep in mind, the more components that you add, the more expensive a spell is going to be. So you can add leap, slow fall, and haste all to the same self spell, and it'll be a pretty cool like spell to get you moving around.
But you may not be able to
But
cast
you
it.
may not be able to cast it, at least not very much, not right away.
I think I'll just go with leap and haste,
Just
because
leap and
combining those two would be really fun.
Yeah, it would. But I will be warned, with leap, you will take fall damage.
How high does it let me leap?
Pretty high.
What about
So-
forward leap?
I don't know.
Does
I
it
don't
still
know.
have the same height, or is it like a leaping forward distance?
No, it's I think it's all the height, and then you can get more forward distance by moving forward.
Oh, okay. So with leap, then I will want to have to combine slow fall with that instead.
Yes, you could do leap and slow fall, or maybe if you just wanted to do haste, even. That'd be a pretty simple spell.
Could I just write two?
What's that?
Like, can I just make two spells, one for haste alone and one for leap and slow fall?
Yeah, we could do that.
Well,
Start with
then
the
let's-
first one.
Let's do the one with haste then,
Okay.
the easy one.
Yeah. Haste will be nice and simple.